Out of all the hotel rooms you left me alone in, it was the one by the coast where I felt most lonely. Watching 7 p.m. slide by like the tides outside, knowing the clock mocked your promised time wouldn't stop for lateness, or pause this knot crawling up inside, or calm the flood of futile anger that smashed the bright lights of sense, and took with it the words of self-help friends who prided themselves on fixing me over a pint. I don't know how to tell people about you, so generally I make it a rule not to, but maybe if I put this down, fix it with syntax and shout it at a crowd of strangers like every other common crisis, then it might make it right and the nerves of feeling could grow again. That night by the sea, I drank champagne from the bottle in the blustering wind of an open window because the mugs were still stained with tea, and you said you'd bring back washing up liquids. In fact, you promised. Another one broken. Like all the ones about phone calls, birthday presents, loving me. You came in unapologetically, told me off for smoking, so I lit another while you phoned her. Gave her a true tale of the conference-heavy day you've just had, but a fictional prediction of the evening you were about to embark on. Just telly in bed, you tell her. We didn't even have a telly. You were too stingy to get her in with one. I should turn this now, twist it round to say it wasn't always like this, but it was. I was just too absorbed in you and being 19 and so desperately wanting to be fucked up so I'd have something to write about. I couldn't see the vacuum of dissimilar feeling between us. That night you slipped from a dinner party to the garden to phone me and tell me to look at the moon. I was just coming out of bargain booze on Hardman Street and I didn't look because I hate that sort of crap, but I did stop walking in surprise. And you ended that call by saying, "Oh baby, I'm so shy and embarrassed around you," and I wondered what you could possibly want from me to come out with something as manipulative as that. I was never allowed to phone you just whenever I wanted. Although sometimes towards the end I did just to show you I could, but normally there was an allotted time, your walk from my old college to your house on the other side of the park twice daily. And that was just a 10-minute distance to get your fix in, so you didn't want to hear about the mundane, you craved conversation coated in filth. So the time I tried to tell you about how Sarah's drug dealer boyfriend broke into our house and put his foot through our TV, you stopped me, said you had your key in the door and you had to go. So you didn't get to hear about how it took the police 27 minutes to get there because even though he had a kitchen knife, it wasn't an emergency until one of us was bleeding. All those seedy, secret weekends away when you so much wanted to be that Bill Murray character in Lost in Translation. To make this arty, sepia, soft tone a Plath and Hughes affair, let's mess each other up so much till we can't feel the guilt searing through all those nice, good person ideas we have about ourselves. And I just remember how the room widened and the silence grew when I finished my book, so I tried to force sleep and border unconsciousness under covers, but I could see my breath and there were never enough jumpers. So I just huddled under cheap hotel sheets and thought about how if one of us died, fell drunk into the waves, no one would think to look here first. And then travelling home on the slow Sunday night train, changing and stuck in the falling frost at Wigan, turn up my headphones so enough to wonder if this weekend was even worth it. You realised too quickly every time I tried to leave you. Pulled me back by saying that I wouldn't have the guts to go because I couldn't do it alone, but evolution taught us survival of the fittest and it was dawning you were fossilising me. Singeing all my nerves of feeling like the malnourished celiac sufferer still gorging on toast every morning, and all the little villies in their stomachs start shrivelling up and giving up and can't absorb any of the good stuff, too beaten by the temptation of a daily bacon sandwich, so I just stopped out answering the phone. Faked a heavy hangover head that couldn't hear your walk to work ring and began to peel myself off you until eventually I threw my SIM card away in a red wine haze. And although I moved on quickly, met men who seemed to find it all too easy to say they were falling for me, I couldn't even feign the same. Couldn't pump one drop of love into someone else's veins. You got in touch last week with a text. Asked me what I've been up to, said you'd heard a couple of my poems and you liked them. I couldn't reply, because I just wanted to ask for my feelings back. I want to feel the pain when some guy doesn't call and you don't know if he likes you anymore, because I've heard that that hurts more than anything. Thank you.